Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie and today's video is all about our Christmas schedule, and I am so excited because it is a relaxed approach to school, but also a relaxed approach to the Christmas holidays and the busyness that can sometimes arise when you're trying to get all of the things done, all of the Christmas experiences in. And yeah, it's really exciting and gratifying when you can say, okay, we are doing this really well and I'm really excited about it. So the first thing that I wanted to share is that while we are taking some breaks, if you will, from the regular curriculum that we're working on, it doesn't mean that we're not still learning. So for my girls, I told them about a week ago that we weren't doing any more of our math lessons, but that I wanted them to do something instead. So for my youngest daughter, she's working on multiplication. This is the first year that she's done it. And they've been doing the ones that are fairly easy, like the zeros, the ones, the twos, the fives, the tens. And I don't know if they've done the 11s times tables yet, but she's been working on fairly simple, straightforward ones. Now, the last lesson that she was coming up against was the 9 times tables, which is a completely different bag of hammers, if you will. And so I decided this was a perfect time for us to halt on those lessons and really get her multiplication facts down. I've spoken about this already, but she is working on the musical multiplication from the good and the beautiful. And so what I just told her was, that's all you're going to do for math, is you are going to do this book 3 times, and then we're going to build up to the other ones, just so that she has the confidence to move forward in her Math UC lessons, where she can go, I've got this and I know what I'm doing. So that's what she's doing. My other daughter, she is working in division, and she has been struggling a little bit, needing help with the long division with the 3 digits. So 1 digit dividing into a 3-digit number. And she's been a little bit struggling. And so I figured, you know what, before we move on to 4-digit numbers, that I wanted to make sure that she felt confident before she moved on in the Math UC Delta program, that she felt confident. And so I'm happy to say that she's already there. She hasn't been needing my help. But what I did was I printed out these Christmas templates off of Google, and then I wrote down all of the questions that are in the Delta pages that we were doing that she was struggling with, and I'm having her do 2 a day, where she divides and then she multiplies the answer with the number here, and then make sure that the answer is correct. And so I've been really excited, because I think that it's made a big difference, because moving forward she will be confident and not still frustrated. And for her, frustration is not a friend. We're working on that skill. So the next thing we do, that's our morning list, includes breakfast and getting ready for the day, doing their chore, all of that. The math all goes into the morning chunk that we do. Then we do read aloud, and read aloud will change into read aloud and Advent when the Advent season comes up. And then once we're done read aloud, we come back to the table and we do a little bit of learning still in language arts this time. So we're still doing Fix-It grammar. I figure it's a 15-minute lesson. It's very straightforward and simple, and it's not something that's going to overwhelm my kids or frustrate them or whatever. And it still has them thinking about nouns and pronouns and adjectives and all of those things that I think are important just to keep it in mind, but it's such a simple, quick little lesson. Then the kids break off into their own individual stuff. I help Sienna with spelling, you see. Now, last year, towards the end of the year, we had been doing spelling, you see, and I noticed a huge improvement in her spelling and her willingness to try and spell words correctly. And as this year has progressed, I've noticed she's pulled back a lot more and is doing, falling into older habits. Not that it's bad, but I thought, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to go back into spelling, you see, and it's just straightforward and simple, and her and I can sit down and just help her remember those vowel chunks and consonant chunks that help her just start thinking about how she's spelling again, so that starting in January she'll have an easier time moving forward. With Inara, my middle child, first daughter, we're working on sweet and even temper exercises from the habit training from Charlotte Mason. I had to kind of manufacture them from what she has written down, but I really wanted her, especially because she struggles with, if things don't come super easy to her, then she gets frustrated and stuff. I really wanted to help her learn the skill of changing her mindset so that she isn't down on herself when she doesn't do well. So that's what we're working on with her. The other thing I decided was we are going to do the Christmas unit from the first one from Gather Round Homeschool. They have another one called Christmas Around the World, which I haven't gotten yet, but I really wanted to make sure that I had that in this is our second time through, so I really wanted to spend a little bit more time on this one. But we're only going to do 3 lessons a week because I really want this to be a slow, easy, give us time to do some of the activities where I felt like last time I was way more rushed and was trying to get in too much too soon. So this year it's about pulling back. And then we have our Christmas list. Oops, I'm moving things around. My Christmas list, I have a list. I'm not going to show it to you because it has personal stuff on it, but I have a Christmas list of chores that I want to get done. Things like wash the windows before I put up the wreaths and stuff like that. I want to clear out some of the rooms because over the year, they have gotten cluttered and full of miscellaneous stuff that doesn't even belong in that room. But it ends up, once it's deposited there, it sits there. Anyone else who has this issue? So I really want to be able to pull back. I want to do that. So, the girls going through their toys and making sure that what they have in the room is something they actually play with. And then, it allows for when things are brought in from Christmas presents and stuff like that, then we don't have an overabundance. So those are the types of chores that we're going to be doing. We're going to do some fun things like Christmas baking, like watching Christmas movies, like making just a whole bunch of different Christmas activities like decorating the tree, decorating our play or our homeschool area. That sort of thing is on the fun list. And then on the make list is the presents that we have. Now, there's a couple of presents that we're making for my spouse, and then there's a couple of presents that I need to make for the girls, and then just family gifts like cards. I need to send our Christmas cards with the kids' pictures for school to uncles and aunts and grandparents and cousins and all of that kind of thing. So those are the things that are on the make presents list. So what my goal is that in the afternoon we're doing one of each of those things. And so that will bring us hopefully a lot earlier. That Christmas list in particular will be done a lot earlier, say mid-December, and then the rest of the time can be relaxed and enjoying family time, building puzzles, that sort of thing. So that is my plan and my schedule for the Christmas season. You'll notice that there are no times. Nothing is stamped in stone. I don't have it written on a calendar as far as this day we're going to do this, this day we're going to do this. It is completely relaxed and dependent on what we feel like during the day, and I am so excited about the idea. I'm still getting things done, but I'm doing it on my terms, based on how our family is doing, what our schedule looks like. So I am super pumped and excited about that. I hope that this gives you guys some ideas for doing things. I didn't mention Darian. With Darian, I am still doing his lessons because for him, starting and stopping lessons means that the next time I start, it takes a lot more time and there's a lot more fight back and forth. So we have a few days where Mommy's a little bit more relaxed when we start to do his stuff, but I still am doing that. I'm still trying to get one math lesson in a week because that's really all he'll really tolerate at this point. And then doing 2 gather round pages, but we're doing Christmas pages because I really want him to enjoy the Christmas season as well. But he is still doing his playroom time and his lesson 4 times a week. So I hope that this has been helpful, and thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you all. Bye.